Hello everyone, my name is Ling. Today I am going to teach you. So now I will continue this. It will be still topic 4.1, but this one is about like animals, things like that, and I will explain a little bit from the desert ecosystem. Okay. So first thing what you need to know is that you can know that during the hot days in the desert, normally lizards and tortoises and other animals rest in the shade of the plants or burrow in the soil when it is much more cooler. So when at night, when the temperature drops and the kangaroo rats come out of the feed, wary of the predators such as rattlesnakes and coyotes. So in the Sonoran Desert, it usually rains heavily at least once a year, and when the rain comes, the desert is transformed. Many plants will quickly produce flowers and they will be hydrated, and insects will feed on the nectar and pollen in the flowers, which helps the plants to reproduce by pollinating them. And also, when at night, you can see that in this picture you can see here that there's a bat, right? So at night, they feed on the nectar from the flowers that gave plants. So when the seeds, they are to fall on the ground, and they're collected by the ants to take into their nests and provided to the food store for winter. Because when the weather drops and it is too cold, or at night, normally that, because during daytime it would be very hot, but when in the nighttime it would be really cold, and that in that way animals couldn't really find food and things like that. So normally they would find it in the daytime, or they would just keep it for winter or things like that. So many months or years later, some of the uneaten food or the uneaten seeds of the plants may be germinates to produce new plants for the desert. Okay, so next thing that you're going to learn is that the interactions with the Sonoran Desert. Okay, so as I just explained the theory, you can and I just show you the photographs and the pictures of these animals before. If you can't see them, then I'll show you again. These are the it's here. So you can see that these are the animals that I just said about. And you may have realized that all the different kinds of animals and plants usually depends on each other because they interact with each other, and the actions of one organism will also affect the other organism. Okay, so that's all for the interactions of the interactions in the Sonoran Desert, and what do the animals do when they need the food and things like that. So I'm going to explain a little bit about the desert of the ecosystem, and next lesson I will explain all of it. So let me show you. The desert ecosystem is actually kind of hard, but it's like this. This is the ecosystem right here. So yeah, I'm going to explain it to you. So everything in the desert, they usually interacts with everything, and all of these interactions normally make up with the desert ecosystem. If you don't know what an ecosystem is, then it is kind of like a network of interactions between all the living organisms with each other and the non-living things around them too, if you may or may not know. So some of the interactions in a ecosystem involve in the food webs. So do you remember that plants are the producers in a food web, right? So the animals or things, they use the energy and the sunlight to make the food, the plants, right? The plants use up the energy that is given from the from the sun to make food. So the animals eat the desert plants and each other. So the energy is passed through the desert food web as you can see over here, right? Yes. So that is all for today's lesson, and thank you for listening. Goodbye.